Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
1 minute past 7 on Tuesday, the 21st of April, 2020. So.
Do. We're live, I can hear. Yeah, so if there's anybody out there, let us know you're there, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Say something there.
Say something.
Say
hello.
something
Okay.
nice. Valerie DeMurgo. Hello, Valerie. Valerie is first in.
Good evening, Valerie. Again, everybody, welcome to Meitheal Ceol's daily sing-song for the soul during COVID lockdown time. Tuesday, again.
Tuesday the 21st.
I have to mention the days, otherwise we'll forget. We'll forget the actual days. So again, looking forward to more songs again tonight, plus our regular practice songs as well. Not sure where we're going. So tonight, Mary put up a number of songs, but
We're not going to be singing some of them.
we haven't had a chance even to look at them. But anyway, look at, as we find on most nights, we get through lots of songs.
Hello, Willie Pierce. You're welcome.
Hiya, Willie.
Lovely day here in Donegal.
I presume you got the email I sent you during earlier on, Willie. So
who else is here? Anya New York is here from London.
So we'll
It's for none of it. Why?
what could we start with?
We're going to start with
What about Monto?
Monto then, since
All right.
yeah, we do Monto.
We'll start off with Monto.
Kathy Anderson.
Hello, Kathy. How are you? And
Nigel, this is for you. You're a dub, and Monto is an old
So-
Dublin song, is it not? And for Valerie, of course.
249. Yeah.
Gia from sunny and windy London, Anya.
All right. Well, it's been very nice here today. You know, a bit of a wind, but a nice, decent warm wind here in West Donegal on the Wild Atlantic Way. And unfortunately, as the weather starts to get a bit warmer, foresee the grass grow.
What a frustrating day, wasn't it?
So we've really had the karma of not looking after your tools, etc. when multiple lawnmowers and ride-ons and everything didn't work for multiplicity of reasons, and then a neighbour's lawnmower, it failed for other reasons. Jesus, like a maintenance house here trying to get everything going and cut the grass. And if we could only get the first cut of grass done. So anyway, we get more than 10,000 steps just walking around the garden cutting grass. So at least we did our time. Okay, so we're going to try. I think we're going to play it open.
Nigel, Vivian in Dublin, this song is for you, okay?
No, I don't think we have to play it up a little bit. Sorry, did I write it down somewhere? Sorry. Oh, well. Oh no, sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, if you're up to Wingo, take her up to Ringo. I think I tried that out. All right, so we'll try it open here. All right. Lots of verses in this song. Well, if you're up to Ringo, take her up to Ringo, where the waxy sing all the day. You had your fill of porter, you can't go any further. Give your man the order back to the quay, and take her up to Monto, Monto, Monto. Take her up to Monto, the dirty Duke of Gloucester, the dirty old impostor. He took to Mack and lost her up the furry then. He first put on his bowler and he buttoned up his trouser. He whistled for a browner, he says, my man. So take her up to Monto, Monto, Monto. Take her up to Monto. see the Dublin Fusiliers, the dirty old bamboozlers, they went up to the shoulder, 1, 2, 3, marching from the Linen Hall, there's one for every cannonball, and Vicky's gonna send you all over the sea. But first go up to Monto, 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 take her up to Monto, prove to you. When Carey stole and sinned and Doctor Dante caught him on the boat, he wished he'd never been afloat. The filthy skite wasn't very sensible to tell on the invincibles. They stood up for their principles day and night.
Well,
And they all went up to Monto, 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 take her up to Monto, Langaroo to you. When the Tsar of Prussia and the King of Russia landed in the Phoenix Park, a big balloon, they asked the police band to play the Wearing of the Green, but the bunkers in the depot didn't know that tune. So they both went up to Monto, 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 to take her up to Monto, Langaroo to you. The Queen, she came to call and us, she wanted to see all of us, and glad she didn't fall and us, she's 18 stone. Missed me Lord and measure, she is this all you got to show to me? Why no ma'am, there's more to see, go home. He took her up to Monto, 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 take her up to Monto, Langaroo to you.
I can see that.
You can't see it.
No, it's too bright or something like that. Anyway,
Just fine, hold on.
maybe it's the way
Sorry
it's
guys,
facing.
you have to have weather readjustments. Is that any better, is it?
Might be, yeah, might be better.
Anyway, I just, while we were singing that song, I just, that verse is an interesting verse there, relates to something geographically around here. When Carey told unskinned a goat, O'Donnell caught him on the boat. He wished he'd never been afloat, the filthy skite. It wasn't very sensible to tell on the invincibles, they stood up for their principles day and night. So my thinking is that less than probably a kilometre from here, there's in West Donegal and Gweedore, there's a monument, one of those two, I think it's to that guy O'Donnell that's mentioned in this. And the Invincibles, I think they were a secret organisation of people seeking the freedom of Ireland. Must have been around the turn of the 20th century, isn't it? 1900, sometime around then. But this guy Carey must have squealed, as I say, or been a turncoat, and that he told the British forces about the Invincibles. And what I understand from local sounds, this guy O'Donnell must have, I think he might, the Kerry fellow was expecting to leave Ireland, go abroad somewhere, or to Australia or something, maybe he's going to be safe. But apparently this guy O'Donnell, he was sent to track him down, and I think he killed him on the boat or something. So that's interesting, because I noticed it's a place up, it's about a kilometre or so from here, but in the last couple of years, locals have been sort of redoing the area up, the sort of celebration area. And I know around 2016 here was a lot of conversation about it. But anyway, that's
So just
thought
to
for the day.
say, Natalie is here.
Hi, Natalie.
Good evening, folks. Willie Pierce says, "Guten Abend, Natalie." And Natalie says back to
Niall
Willie,
Brennan is watching.
"Hello, Willie. By the way, your German is very grand." Willie Pierce says, Natalie. And Ray Atchison is with us here again this evening. Welcome. Willie Pierce. Joe Kane is here. Nancy and Chuck from Nashville.
And John Coyle. I see Niall Brennan there. So now that we have you there, Niall, on one of few days we do have you there. Niall sings this song, Durham Town. He went off and he learned this song. Again, was the example of somebody who go to the trouble of so I want to learn a song. You could maybe comment that, Niall. Let us know. I mean, you went to a singing teacher, and for 4 or 5 lessons, I think you did. But what I thought was very good, she gives you, pick a song you like and try and learn to sing it. And so I think Niall learned to sing it quite well, so that he could actually come to a SingSong where he said, no, I'll sing a song, this is the song I can sing. So again, at 7:30 when we do our 3 songs that we're doing every day for a number of days, hold that idea in mind. But let's try this song.
Before that, so I want to
sorry.
say hello to Lucia Gallagher from Enfield, and to her 2 dogs, Lola and Ted. So Lola and Ted are singing away there as well. Alright, we're here on my phone. We can't get the internet right now. In Nashville, Paul Flaherty from Cork, John Coyle, Valerie, Maria Fordham is here from Bedford, Paul Griffin, and Niall Brennan.
So I think, John, you'll agree, tell us there, I presume not far away from us. Your weather was also very good with you over there. It's lovely. If you'd weather like this, it's easy to pass time. And how are you, Daniel Moore? How are things, Daniel? Let's know how you get on. Maybe you're secretly practicing your guitar in the background. I hope you are. Right? We're going to try Durham Town. Don't know how it's going to come out, but for Niall Brennan, I hope you have your guitar out there now to sing along. We'll try and sing it open, no capo as we see it. I've gotta leave old Durham Town. I've gotta leave old Durham Town. I've gotta leave old Durham Town, and the leaving's gonna carry me down. Back in 1944, I remember Daddy walking out the door. Mama told me he was going to war. He was leaving me. I've gotta leave old Durham Town. I've gotta leave old Durham Town. I've gotta leave old Durham Town, and the leaving's gonna carry me down. When I was a boy, I spent my time sitting on the banks of the river Tyne, watching all the ships going down the line. They were leaving me. I gotta leave old Durham Town. I've gotta leave old Durham Town. I've gotta leave old Durham Town, and the leaving's gonna carry me down. Last week Mama passed away. Goodbye, son, was all she'd say. There's no call for me to stay, so I'm leaving free. I've gotta leave old Durham Town. I've gotta leave old Durham Town. I've gotta leave old Durham Town, and the leaving's gonna carry me down.
So we go.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
So we've got.
So now that's always been a beautiful song. I thought it was Roger Whittaker. I remember Roger Whittaker. So when he had those, I think even that song was probably in the top 20. He probably would have played on the top of the pops many years ago on BBC One, but he never was he was too old then to be a cool singer per se. But I always thought he had a lovely voice on the song. So that was, and I think Roger Whittaker may have been. He might have been living in Cork for many years. In fact, it's not that long ago that I think I saw an article in the paper of whatever house he had been living here in, that I think it was up for sale. So I think he lived for a number of years in Cork. Mm-hmm. But the other song I loved him singing was
What
Everybody talks about a new world in the morning. New world in the morning, so they say. I myself don't talk about a new world in the morning. New world in the morning. Da da da.
Tommy Roddy, hello, good evening. And we've got Nigel says we actually gave our Roger Whittaker CD a blast today, on which they have Durham Town.
All right.
Michael 1, you are very welcome.
Synchronicity.
I'm not sure that you've been here before, Michael, but you are very welcome to Meitheal Ceol. Hope you enjoy the evening, and you will join with us in singing.
So again, look at the whole idea of this is that I know you've only half of my head and half Mary's head, and that's so we can be close enough to actually move the apps and the iPad so we can see words of songs.
Marilee O'Donnell Cunningham is here from Harpers Ferry, West Virginia.
Right, yeah.
You're welcome back, Marilee. Lovely job, says Niall. Nancy Cleary is watching from Pittsburgh. The Mexican Whistler.
Oh, Roger Whittaker.
Willie, yeah.
Yes, that to make
New World in the Morning. Paul Flaherty. You look, you hook, you too, Val. What's that mean? Paul Flaherty, you better explain. Come on. You who hook you too, Val.
So
Valerie, that's Valerie Merkel. Yeah, get it. Yeah.
Sorry, we're going to sing Where Do You Go to My Lovely? Mary said somebody asked for that song. So let's try this one. Again, another lovely song. A couple of extra verses I wouldn't have originally heard here, so we go on to a second page. And again, just bear with us in terms of having to move the chords and words up and down the screen. For those who haven't been here before, look at this is what all this is about. The opportunity maybe sing a few songs and maybe practice your instrument or just practice singing the lyrics of songs, because often we don't get the chance to do it. The other thing is just going by the news there this evening that I just see on the news there, this is in Ireland, that for the length of this summer, and we're only at the end of spring and haven't started our summer yet, but there will be no events with people of more than 5,000, congregations of more than 5,000 during this year. So the one thing I can say is in relation to this, you won't be going to any concerts.
Anyway.
So in terms of doing what we're doing, I keep thinking that there's nothing better you could be doing right now than singing a few tunes and learning a few tunes, because the whole idea of how we spend our summers, there were curious combinations at the fair at Spansel. There'll be no fair at Spansel Hill this year.
I don't think that runs anymore.
So we can just close our eyes and make it up, all right? So we're going to go with on capo in position 3 with who sang this song?
Where'd you go to my lovely
Peter
Seegers.
Start. Like Molly in the beach, and you dance like she's your man. Your clothes are all made by Bellman, and the diamonds and pearls in your hair, yes there are. Fancy apartment off the boulevard Saint Michel, where you keep your Rolling Stone records and a friend of Sasha Distel. Yes, you do. You go to the embassy party where you talk in a Russian and Greek, and the young men who move in your circle, they hang on to every word that you speak. Yes, you do. But where do you go to, my love, when you're alone in your bed? Tell me the thoughts that surround you. I want to look inside your head, yes I do. I've seen all your qualifications you got from Visservon, and the painting you stole from Picasso. Your loveliness goes on and on, yes it does. When you go on your summer vacation, you go to Juan La Paz. carefully designed topless swimsuit. You get an even suntan on your back and on your legs. When the snowfall you found in summer, it's with the others of the jet set, and you sip your Napoleon brandy, but you never get your lips wet. No, you don't, you don't. But where do you go to, my love, when you're alone in your bed? Tell me the thoughts that surround me. To look inside your head, yes I do. You're in between 20 and 30, a very desirable age. Your body is firm and inviting, but you live on that glittering stage. Yes you do, you do. Your name is heard in high places. You know the Anglican, he sent you a racehorse for Christmas, and you keep it just for fun, for a laugh. They say that when you get married, it'll be to a millionaire, but they don't realize where you came from, and I wonder if they really care or give a damn. But where do you go to, my love, when you're alone in your bed? Tell me the thoughts that surround you. I want to look inside your head, yes I do. I remember the back streets of Meitheal, two children begging in rags, but touched with a burning ambition to shake off their lowly born tags. They tried. So look into my face, Mary Claire, remember just who you are, then go and forget me forever. But I know you still bear the scar deep inside, as you do. I know where you go to, my lovely, when you're alone in your bed. Though I know the thoughts that surround you, 'cause I can look inside your head.
Anyway,
so
you asked
what I would be interested now, folks, you're there from all parts of the world with no prior knowledge of this, and I'd like to know what's your memory of that song. What, where you, like, it is one of those songs, a bit like Je t'aime, and my sense is for me hearing that song in the early 70s, I thought all these places were really cool. Bellman and you know, Sasha Distel and the Embassy and the Aga Khan. All I knew about the Aga Khan was going to the horse show with my parents, and the Aga Khan and the Sorbonne. That's when really bright people went and painting, and so it's full of really pretentious shit. That's what it's full of. But the other thing is, Joao Lepan and carefully designed topless swimsuits. You get an even suntan, your back. For me, growing up in Ireland in the 70s, Snow and St. Moritz, these were places which were beyond, you know, going to Butlins or Ballybunion, or you might go to the hurdy-gurdy in Bray or something, or you might go to Newcastle if you were in the dock and spend a few pounds on the slot machines. But these other places were really far off. So I'm just wondering, maybe you were all ahead of me in your time, you know, and you were going to get married to a millionaire. But there's a verse there. I
like the one about the horse, getting a horse for Christmas or whatever she got, a present from the Aga Khan, yeah.
He sent you a racehorse for Christmas, as you would, you know, as you do. But I thought this verse here, when we were just looking up the words, we came across this verse, and I'd never heard this before. You're in between 20 and 30, a very desirable age. Your body is firm and inviting, but you live on a glittering stage. Yes, you do. So I would like to know, anybody there, have you heard these words before? And if, you know, for me, I'm wondering, like in Pete Seeger's We Shall Overcome, in reading up about it, there were a number of verses of that song, the latter verse of the song, which were considered in the McCarthy America of the time to be communistic. So he was banned from singing these in public, and records played on the media, etc., had to have those verses cut out. So I that idea of a woman being very desirable, a firm body, and inviting, etc., sounds very anti-Catholic.
Anyway, Michelle Coughlin. Hello,
I'm wondering, did I not hear those things in the record?
No, you didn't understand them back
then. Do you know those words? Have you heard that verse?
We were putting it together.
No, but I mean from your memory of the song.
Yeah, I don't remember that. No, Louis from Suffolk there. You're welcome. Anya says, thank you.
So Sheila McMahon loved that song, brings back memories. So Sheila, maybe you give us an idea where you had that verse about the woman have a lovely body.
More divine is one too.
How are you,
She's
Maura?
with us.
How
I
are
hope
they?
you're singing along. Sean Lawless, another sunny day in Dundalk and elsewhere. Sheila, love that song. Tell us what the memories are, Sheila. Go on, do. Bridget Bardot.
Bridget Bardot, that's a name now. There's a name, Bridget Bardot. Do you know what I mean? There wasn't, and you wouldn't meet an old girl called Mary Muckian or something like that. You'd have to be Bridget Bardot. Do you know?
So anyway, Anya New York says, like most songs, my memory is hearing it on the radio. Hadn't heard that verse before. The song was supposed to be about a girlfriend of his at the time. Of the singer,
Right.
Sarsfield. Okay.
So what page am I looking
So
for?
we're going to do.
Sonny's Dream, page 320. Sorry, try page 320. Sorry, head down here. So the reason why, actually, late last night, we were just watching the television, and there was a concert on from. It was called The Women's Heart with the National Concert Orchestra. So the Women's Heart, oh God, is it 30 years or 20 years?
I don't know.
Oh, it's over 20 years.
Anyway, it's at least 20.
Well, it's over 20 years since the first Women's Heart album and tour of the Women's Heart group were out. So apparently, anyway, earlier this year, and it wasn't live last night, so it must have been from about February prior to the COVID shutdown, they had a reminiscences of the Women's Heart experience in the Wexford Opera House and with the National Symphony Orchestra. I think it was National Symphony Orchestra. Yeah,
it was a symphony orchestra.
National Concert Orchestra. I'm not sure. Maybe
Anyway,
it's a concert
night.
orchestra. But what do you call her? Eleanor McAvoy. Well, Eleanor McAvoy, who wrote the song, she, as it turned out, I was looking up, she actually played with the National Concert Orchestra for a number of years after she graduated with music degree in Trinity. So maybe that's how the connection is. But
what song did she write?
A Woman's Heart.
All right.
So, and then last night she was joined by Maura O'Connell.
And another girl who's
and a woman called Wallace Bird, who I hadn't heard about before, but again, she's from somewhere in Wexford, never heard of, a younger woman. So they were reminiscent. But I suppose what really blew me away was the orchestra. I just thought the orchestra was actually magic. And I think the orchestra in that hall, as beautiful as it is in the Abbey, like when you've got a beautiful acoustic surrounding, I can just imagine what it must have been like there. And I have to say, I thought Maura O'Connell's voice was very poor. Maura O'Connell, she's 61 or 62, but I thought her voice there was a lot of her voice had been magic. I mean, absolutely Trouble in the Fields, Maura O'Connell, hard debate. But anyway, they sang this song, that's why I like this.
A little bit of information here first. Joe Kane, Peter Sarsted looked like someone from the cover of the Sgt. Pepper's album cover. He had two brothers who also had hit records, Eden Kane and Robin Sarsted. So Sam Carroll wants to know, is Bridget Bardot still there? Google her. Teresa Laverty is here from Ballybuffet.
She's all covered in fur.
Yes,
Sam.
she's around. She's right here, Sam.
She's covered in fur, Bridget Bardot.
I want to tell you a little bit. I want to tell you.
Sam is in the south of France trying to find Bridget Bardot so he can relive his dreams.
So anyway, do you know who wrote Sonny?
Who wrote Sonny?
Do you know who wrote Sonny?
I haven't a clue.
A guy called Ron Hines, and he was from Newfoundland. So when he died, they got a crowd together for a sing-along like this to honour his memory. He was obviously a prolific songwriter. So this guy I think he was from Scotland, his name was Hamish Imla. He went to...
That's Romensky.
He went to Newfoundland,
That's who he is.
where he met with Ron Hines, and he brought that song back here. So he played it in clubs around the UK, and it was there actually that Christy Moore heard the song, and he brought it back to Ireland, and it has been changed somewhat from the original, by the way. So that's a little bit of information there for you.
So Willie, I just see Sanders that I think next week it is that they're going to play the tribute to Leonard Cohen concert, and I wanted to actually a couple of Leonard Cohen songs in our books too. One of them we must play is Hallelujah. We must play that as well. Okay. Anyway, let's try this Sonny Open, right? Again, one of my absolute lovely favourites, and well, lots of different people sing it beautifully. There is a lovely rendition with, I think, Mary Black and
Emmylou
and Dolores Keane, I think, maybe with her. I'm not sure if Linda Ronstadt says them, but a number of those magical women.
The other thing to say about Sonny was firstborn sons very often in Ireland were called Sonny, as was my father, by the way. His name was Michael, but he was known as Sonny. Okay.
Sonny lives on a farm, open in a wide open space. Take off your shoes now, stay out of the rain. Lay down your head on the Salt River bed, Sonny. Always remember the words Mama said. Sonny, don't go away. Oh, I'm here all alone. Your daddy said he never comes home. Nights are so long and the silence goes on. Oh, I'm feeling so tired, good and not all that's wrong. Sonny works the land, though he's barely a man. There's not much to do, he just does what he can. Sits by the window in his room by the stair, watching the waves drifting soft on the pier. Sonny, don't go away. Oh, I'm here all alone. Daddy's a sailor, he never comes home. Nights are so long and the silence goes on. I'm feeling so tired, not all that strong. Sonny, many years have gone by. Sonny's old and alone. Daddy's a sailor, he never came home. Sometimes he wonders what his life might have been. Oh, but still from the grave his mama haunts his dream. Sonny, don't you go away. Oh, I'm here all alone. Daddy's a sailor, he never comes home. Nights are so long, the silence goes on. Oh, I'm feeling so tired, not all that strong. Sonny, don't go away.
I think we should do Woman's Heart after our three songs. It's 7:30 now. Richard Wood. My goodness, Richard Wood, you're here. I hope you're singing. Richard lives in upstate New York with his 3 sons, and he's forever converting houses, as Richard. He does everything.
I thought you were going to say he was converting religions.
He does, let's see, everything from plumbing to plastering. Yeah?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just I'm trying to remember what our songs are.
Natalie.
So I hope your weather's good where you are, Richard.
Yeah, where's Richard again? Richard, yes. Okay, Richard. Hi, friends, says Richard. Peggy is here. Peggy is here from Pittsburgh. Were you here for that song? Sonny, Peggy, let me know. Very special, Mary Black, Emmy Lou Harris and Dolores Keane, exactly. Let's see who says. Natalie says, gorgeous, how many songs you all know. And also know who have written them. We Google them. Come on. Most of the songs I haven't heard before, not only of learning of singing and playing here. So I hope you've got your guitar out, Natalie. By the way, Natalie lives in West Germany.
But the wonderful thing is that so many people have different, I suppose, interconnections with the songs. As what do you call them? Peter Ustinov used to say, you can look at a chandelier from 1,000 different perspectives. Similarly, I think with songs. So look, I think it would be. I love to see people's experiences of different songs or associations or whatever. I think that's a lovely thing. But we come to the part of the night now where we're doing these following 3 songs we've been doing for the last couple of nights, and we're going to do them for a few more nights as well. And the objective is to say, okay, I'm going to get the handle of these songs, but see, watch, learn the lyrics, sing along with them, hopefully play your instrument or whatever. So the 3 of them are Nancy Spain, Song for Ireland, and A Town I Love So Well. So we'll start off with Nancy Spain, and we're playing in the open position.
And we usually play Nancy songs for Nancy in Nashville and for the other Nancy in Pittsburgh, okay? Open, is it? Yeah.
In the open position. Of all the stars that ever shone, but one does twinkle like your pale blue eyes, like golden corn at harvest time your hair. Oh, sailing in my boat, the wind gently blows and fills my sail. Your sweet scented breath is everywhere. Daylight peeping through the curtains of the passing night time is your smile. The sun in the sky is like your laugh. Come back to me, my Nancy, linger here for just a little while. Since you've left these shores, I've known no peace nor joy. No matter where I wander, I'm still honored by your name. The portrait of your beauty stays the same. Standing by the ocean, wondering where you've gone, if you return again. Where is the ring I gave to Nancy Spain? On the day in spring, when the snow starts to melt and streams to flow, with the birds I'll sing the song. In the wild I wander, down by the river road where wildflowers grow, and I'll hope my lovely Nancy will return. No matter where I wander, I'm still honored by your name. The portrait of your beauty stays the same. Standing by the ocean, wondering where you've gone, will you return again? Where is the ring I gave to Nancy Spain? Where's the ring I gave to Nancy Spain? Where's the ring I gave to Nancy Spain?
So Richard says he's hoping he'll get a few side jobs after that after the advert. Well, you'll probably get a plumbing job. Richard was formerly a urologist before he decided to take early retirement and enjoy life and build houses and refurbish them. And I believe you live in a place called Germantown. Natalie, you might be interested in... Natalie, by the way, lives in West Germany, so interesting.
Lovely photograph you posted earlier there of Machete today. Lovely forest in the foreground and nice blue sky. So again, I think, recommend it as part of this community of interest that is emerging from this process. Look, at the wonderful thing is that we are forced by circumstances beyond our ken and certainly our ken and our control to physically distance ourselves and cocoon ourselves effectively, not only across countries and continents, but even within our own communities. So it's this objective of what we're trying to do here is to just create some sort of togetherness within all of that. It just reminds you, Dave, that the news today in Ireland was that there will be no, for the length of this summer, so right through to the autumn, there will be no congregations of up to 5,000 people, and you can say there'll be no congregation of anything smaller than that either. So even in Ireland, our Irish football, which is Gaelic, and the championship series would be starting to kick into action now during the whole summer, both in hurling and in football. And as the newspaper reporters say, any championship match, certainly and between counties, would always have that number of people at them. So there'll be none of that. So there's a whole a vacuum of activities, I suppose, for happening. So I think my own sense is part of our vision and our wishes to share what music does and singing does for us. Not so much music, but yourself singing what it does. It just helps guide you through the day. I think like the song we're going to sing now, Song for Ireland. You know, you can use the words in these songs to re-image everything that you've experienced and, you know, create the aspiration of doing those things in the future again. So we're playing this open.
Ray Byrne.
Hi, Ray.
Hello, Ray. He enjoyed Sonny. And this song is for Louis in Brown in Suffolk, because he likes everything to do with nature. And there's, you know, we're looking at birds and falcons and all sorts of things there. So
I just see Nigel saying you went to the concert featuring music, songs and poems of Leonard Cohen, and to save yourself more punishment you left it at the interval. I'm not sure if that was the one in Wexford. I'd be interested in knowing if it was and why you were. I presume if you went there you must have been a Leonard Cohen fan. I wonder what you were disappointed with. Be interesting to hear. That's
well, there's quite a number of people who don't like particularly care for Leonard Cohen.
No, but I think if they went to a concert for Leonard Cohen,
I know it must have been
now,
pretty
hold
awful.
on, Mary.
It must have been pretty
Mary,
awful.
No, hold on,
it
Mary.
must have been pretty awful if you left.
I just want to say.
Well, we went to see Willie Nelson.
But I presume
Yeah.
the reason they went to the concert is because they liked Leonard Cohen.
Well, not necessarily.
But why would they go to a concert if they didn't like Leonard Cohen?
I don't know. How do I know?
Mary.
Maybe you tell us.
Mary,
Maybe.
Get her off.
We're
Get
not
her
going to
off
have a
the
big
hook
row
here.
about this
Jesus,
here.
get her off the hook here. Right, come on.
Maybe. Well, we liked Willie Nelson, and we saw Willie Nelson in Dublin, and we could have got up and walked
I
out.
accept it, but no. What you said is there's a lot of people who don't like Leonard Cohen.
Well, yes.
So I'm just saying, why would they go if they didn't like Leonard Cohen?
I have no idea. Did you like Leonard Cohen? Would you let us know? And then why did you leave at half time? Just to save any more.
No. I have to get back to the basics.
Okay.
This is what cocooning can do for you. You can ask all these really.
I think we're going to change your name to the Fighting Irish. How about that?
You can have all these
Richard.
intelligent subtext going on here. Come on, let's go with this, right? Gorgeous song. It's been sang for the last couple of days. Singing it open. Walking all the day near tall towers where falcons build their nest. Silver winged they fly. They know the call of freedom in their breast. Saw black head against the sky with twisted rocks that run down to the sea. Living on your western shore, saw summer sunsets, I asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland, talking all the day with true friends who tried to make you stay, telling jokes and news, singing songs to pass the night away. Watch the Galway summer run like silver dancing, darting in the sun, living on your western shore. Saw summer sunsets, I asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea and sang a song for Ireland, drinking all the day in old pubs where fiddlers love to play. Someone touched the bow, he played a reel which seemed so grand and gay. Stood on Dungloe beach and cast in wild foam, we found an Atlantic bass, living on your western shore. Saw summer sunset, I asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea, sang a song for Ireland, dreaming in the night. I saw a land where no man had to fight, waking in your dawn, I saw you crying in the morning light, lying where the falcons fly, they twist and turn all in your air blue sky, living on your western shore. Saw summer sunsets, I asked for more. I stood by your Atlantic sea, sang a song for Ireland.
I think when you were here, Richard, it might be 3 years ago now, with the boys, I think you took some very beautiful pictures along the west coast of Ireland. So if you like, you can maybe post 1 or 2 of them up on our site, on the Meitheal Ceol site. It would be nice to see them. Right, we have another song then, have we?
Yeah, just again, I'm just thinking, again, look at the objective of this part of the evening, every evening, is to do a couple of songs that people can say, look, we know those songs. At the end of this session, we'll have 5 songs put together. We'll have Jug of Punch, Fields of Athenry, Nancy Spain Song for Ireland, and the next one we're going to do, The Town I Love So Well. And I think after another couple of nights, what we do is maybe play all of those together and just build up a repertoire of songs that people could sing and enjoy in each other's company. But I know that song, we started, there's a lot of chord changes in that song, and I'm just hopeful that the whole thing is to try and stick with this. I mean, one, it's not a test, although there might be a test afterwards. If we don't have a leaving cert, we might replace it with some new type of test. I see some schools in the country are running the intermediate certificate test. I think they're running one in their own schools, running their own ones. So you never know.
Richard said, I like the banter, and Maria Fordham from Bedford says,
well, we wrote the banter. That's our number one.
Maria says, so beautiful, leaves a great sense of peace. Sam Carroll says, nice one. That was obviously the last one. Paul Flaherty from Covey has all kinds of shamrocks and green hearts and thumbs up and everything. Oh yes, this is what Nigel said. Nigel said it was in the Bord Gosh. Okay.
All right.
It was in the Bord Gosh Theatre earlier this year. We are huge fans, and seeing Leonard live is still our best ever concert experience. Thank you for that, Nigel and Vivian.
Yeah, so I don't know. I did see a clip of somebody singing Hallelujah with the National Concert Orchestra. It's going to be, and that'll be played next Saturday in RT. But I just think that the magic, when I was watching Elder McAvoy singing along with the orchestra, even Wallaceport, I could see that they were really getting off on that magical carpet of music that was in behind them, and in theatres like the National Opera House in Wexford and also in the Abbey. I mean, the beautiful thing about those environments that they're just built for fantastic acoustics, for pure music. They're just gorgeous, you know. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we're going to do The Town I Love So Well. So not as it's different from the chords in the book. I've modified those chords so we can sing them at a more accessible pitch for Mary and I. We're singing them, but we're using the capo and fret position too. So again, just to say to you, we use the capo all the time to try and shift the songs up and down to suit the pitch of your voice or our voices. And we encourage you to experiment yourself. You know, you've got the chords and the words there, so experiment yourself with these. And again, look at, if you want to practice, and we all have, I'm not saying we have time, whether we decide to spend time doing
so
something
this
like this
is funny. This is funny. Sorry about that. Finish.
Go on.
Finish. Natalie says, when all this is over, we'll all come to we door for the test.
By that stage, you'll be doing online testing, and it's all multiple choice. There's 500 songs. Which 3 songs do you like in that order? A, B, and C. And we have prizes for everybody. Anyway, we're going to sing this beautiful song again. Capo and 2. In my memory, I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where school played ball by the gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell, going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways. The town I love so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn brought the women from Craig and the Moor and the Bow, while the men on the dole played another hearse row, fed the children and then walked the dog. And when times got rough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. Over deep inside was a burning pride in the town I love so well.
No.
There was music there in the very air, like a language that we could all understand. I remember the day when I learned my first pay, when they played in a small pickup band, where I spent my youth. And to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me, where I learned about life and I found me a wife in the town kings and the gods, oh my God, what have they done to the town I love so well? Now the music's gone, but they carry on, for the spirits in Bruges never broken, though they'll not forget, but their hearts are sad on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright brand new day in the town I love so well.
Now, that's that. 3 songs.
So I hope, I hope you've enjoyed it, but what we're trying to do is find some activity that might work for everybody and that people can say they get value out of, particularly that they feel that they can join and sing along. And I'm minded when we're doing that I think that's the first night that we've been joined by Sam Carroll and Niall Brennan at the same time, and it's tempus fugit, as they say. And a number of years ago when Mary and I and Sam and Niall, so we used to meet in my house one week, in Sam's house the next week, and Niall's house the following week, and we just went around the circle. And that's where I suppose the original genesis of playing music together for a bit of fun emerged, which then morphed into the broader concept of Meitheal Ceol. But we used to get together, and again we'd sing and then we'd have a break, and whoever was hosting the evening, they'd provide tea and buns or whatever, and we had all sorts of interesting conversations. Mostly Sam checking on my timing and Niall trying to work out where catgut for stringing guitars came from. We had really interesting conversations. So there's a song I'd like us to sing in memory of that.
Time?
No. Galway to Graceland. The reason I'm singing this, I remember the night we worked out the chords and that we were trying to work out time. So a big issue we had we all had an issue about my timing, because other people, and I won't talk about everybody else. You can talk for yourselves. But anyway, I know that night we were in Sam's house in Swords, and it's interesting, Sam was now in south of France, and Niall has shipped himself up to South Africa and just happened to have been back here when the lockdown came. So again, Niall is my fretting is missing his new situation and his new wife in South Africa and all the rest, and hope everything going well there. But you know, again, we're all brought back together through these circumstances online. So
Sam says those were happy days in so many ways, as the song goes.
In the house.
So Sheila McMahon played the song with the mandolin, good practice.
Oh,
And we have got Teresa Laverty, of course, from Brian's sister-in-law from Ballybuffet. And we've got Lucia Gallagher says, thank you for making the cocooning in the evening nicer with your music and singing. That's Lucia from Enfield. Mary Fitzsimons, how are you? You're welcome again this evening. And Niall Brennan says, Sam's daughter Tara, she does a lovely rendition of Hallelujah.
That's right. Tara used to come in. So Tara was, I suppose, 19, that sort of age, and she came in to look at all those old fogies. What he is doing, because you've nothing better to be doing than trying to make noise. But she was cajoled into joining us a few times. She had a gorgeous voice, and you know, wherever she is in her life now, I think, you know, these songs will as you mature, you start realising the magic of these songs. So that night, this beautiful song from Galway to Graceland, we listened to it numbers of times on YouTube with Sean Keane singing the song to try and work out our timing on it. I just wonder, we probably play it open. Yeah, so that's we just play it open, and but the fact is the song's actually written by Richard Thompson, of so many beautiful songs, The Dimming of the Day, and of course he used to play with Fairport Convention, and beautiful guitars, and he sings his own songs. He doesn't have a particularly good voice, although there's nice renditions of them, but he's written songs that other people have made beautiful expositions of, and this one particularly by Sean Keane. And I suppose Elvis would have been dead sometime a couple of weeks ago. I read that Elvis is dead now as many years as he had lived, if you get that. So yes. I think he died at 47 years of age, and he must have died 47 years ago or something like that. But a lot of people were born Elvis fans, and a lot of women were privately betrothed to Elvis. A lot of Irish women.
So here, we want to say hello to Tracy Rundle Pollock from South Dakota, listening for a bit before going back to work, seeing teletherapy clients. Thanks for the beautiful music.
Actually, so I hope you enjoy this song. It's not exactly in South Dakota, but it's your Irish women thinking they'd be going off to America to marry the old Elvis, you know. Howdy Elvis, how are you doing in the white suit? Oh, she dressed in the dark, and she whispered amen. She was pretty in pink like a young girl again. Oh, 20 years married, and she never thought twice. She picked up her bags and walked into the night. In silver wings carried her over the sea, from the west coast of Ireland to West Tennessee, to be with her sweetheart. Oh, she left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. She was humming the tender, that's the song she liked best. She had Elvis, I love you, tattooed on her breast. When she landed in Memphis, well, her heart beat so fast. She dreamed for so long now she'd see him at last. He was down by his graveside day after day. Come closing time, they would pull her away, for to be with her sweetheart. Sure, she left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. In their thousands they came, from the whole human race, to pay their respects at his last resting place. Ah, but blindly she knelt there, and she told him her dream, and she thought that he'd answer her, that's how it seemed. He dragged her away, it was handcuffs this time. She said, my young man, are you out of your mind? Don't you know that we're married? See, I'm wearing his ring, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. I come from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king.
Isn't that lovely? Anya, you like that song? Anya comes from Galway originally.
What a lovely sentiment.
She lives
to come
in London
from Galway
nowadays.
to Graceland to be with the king. And I was just thinking, as we're working on trying to share, we're trying to stream with you a number of different apps, all running from an iPad. So what you're seeing is what my iPad screen is displaying, and what's critical for us to be able to try and share the music with you. But I just remember in those times back in 2012, I think it was 2012 and 13, we were trying to we used to try and get whatever music we had on laptops or whatever it was to display on large screens so we could all sing together, etc. And So now the game has moved on, and we're trying to live stream. There's no such thing as live streaming back in 2013. But I do remember that, say, the four of us, and then we were joined with Jerry Woods, and then
Johnny Lounge.
Johnny Hannity would come along, and what do you call him? Pat McCormick joined us a number of times as well. But how easy the evenings went. They were just real relaxed and sitting around having a chat. And I suppose it was great preparation for the life that we now face. Like, you know, the prospect of pubs and restaurants and going out places, etc. That's going to be fundamentally damped with the reality of what's happened. But also, as Meitheal Ceol moved on and developed, and in the last year and a half, what Meitheal Ceol has been is a weekly sing-song down in the men's shed in Gweedore, with men and women coming along, sit around the table, throw a few pound on the table for the tea and biscuits. And so we've developed since then. We have developed 2 songbooks. That's really what this is. What you're looking at is a PDF of the songbooks. So, if I just show you, so the songbooks look like. So that's what the songbooks are. Beautiful. I mean, from our point of view, it was a wonderful exercise to be involved in, to collate all this information together. First one. Whoever was in there from Dakota was just saying she was going off doing some online therapy with somebody. But
yeah, that's right.
do you know what I mean? What people would always say when they come to our sing songs, and John Collier out there, I think you can verify that at the end of a couple of hours singing, you know, you seem your troubles all seem to have been switched off for a while.
Maria Carlin is here from Nevin, near Bow Park in Nevin. I hope you're playing along with your ukulele, Maria. And Maria came up here in her motorhome last year with some of the women from Dundalk, and in their motorhome. We had a lovely number of days here, didn't we? Sing songs every night and afternoon, and the women off sightseeing, and we all ate together and had a lovely time. So
we're going to try Mary from Dungloe. Yeah, sorry, I was just saying about the books, and again, if you haven't been here before, or you haven't got a copy of these books, so like, whereas the books are obviously they're available they're available insofar as we have print runs of these hard copies, and we've done numbers of print runs at this stage, and people have loved the book because it's fantastic when you have a hard copy of the book and you write your little notes on them and everything like that.
Nancy in Nashville will tell you that. Okay.
But what I'm going to suggest again, please. We want people to have copies of the books during this period of time and enjoy the experience of working with them. So if you haven't got a copy of the book, just click on Like Meitheal Ceol at the top of the page, and then view the group, join the group, and in there, because within groups you can upload data or documents. So the 2 books are there as PDFs, which are freely downloadable. And the other thing, that every song has a link to a YouTube video, a hyperlink, where you can see somebody playing a song. So I think it's very, very useful. So what the next song there is on the next page is Galway Bay. We were singing this morning, so we'll sing it again.
Yeah, we're going to do. Right. So you see, the reason I wanted to marry from Dungloe is that somebody asked for.
Yeah, you're going to do it at the moment.
I understand. Somebody had asked for a Donegal song. I can't remember who.
So we'll get there in a moment. Just this song was next, right? Galway Bay. We'll try and play it open. Gorgeous song. If you ever go across the sea to Ireland, maybe at the closing of your day, you can sit and watch the moon rise over Clydagh, and see the sun go down on Galway Bay, just to hear again or light a penny candle from a star. And if there is to be a life hereafter, and somehow I'm sure there's going to be, I will ask my God to let me make my heaven in that dear land across the Irish Sea. So if you ever go across the sea to Ireland, then maybe at the closing of your day, you can sit and watch the moon rise over Gladder and see the sun go down on Galway Bay.
So Anya's from Galway, so that's for you. I don't know whether Marion McFadden is here or not. She's from Galway. That's for you also, Marion. And anybody else from Galway who's listening in. Nancy says she loves her book. It was Anne Simons who asked for the Donegal song. So
All right,
Anne
so-
Simons.
Mary from Dungloe. That's it. And I think
I want to tell you a little bit about it, if I may, first.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a tragic love song, and I think in 1861, Mary's father took her to the fair.
Move in there, but yeah.
Mary's father took her to the fair in Dungloe. That was an annual event, and oftentimes fathers would bring their daughters there, hoping to meet up with a good match. So I suppose the purpose of bringing Mary there on this occasion was to meet up with a young man who had just returned from America, where he'd gone off and he became quite wealthy. He was still very young. So they fell in love and they planned to get married. But just before the wedding, the parents heard something about the son they didn't like. So they forbid Mary to marry this guy. So anyway, he pleaded with the parents to allow them to marry. They refused. And then he begged Mary to run away with him back to America. And she wouldn't do that because she didn't want to break her parents' heart. So then what she did then, shortly after this, she got on a boat for New Zealand, where her brother had immigrated and he had become quite a wealthy farmer there. On the boat, she met a man, she met a guy, and they got married when they got to New Zealand. She became pregnant sometime after that, and she died. She bore a son, and she died. She died 4 months after giving birth, and the son died at 9 months. So some guy back in Donegal knew the family well, back around Dungloe, I imagine, and he wrote the song. So that's the story behind the song. It's a true story.
Oh, nice.
About a true person. But also to say that every year there's an annual event in Dungloe. It's called Mary from Dungloe. And this song, Mary from Dungloe, has become their anthem. Okay?
And so the only place you can sing it this year is here, because you won't be able to sing it in Dungloe. So that's, get used to, just get your head around a different type of summer. If you're of a certain age and you like going to concerts, you won't be doing that. And so there'll be different things you'll be doing. But, I think I've predicted from the very start that we'll certainly, there'll be lots of these sort of sing-songs going on. So, I mean, Mary and I, we made a commitment earlier on that we would try and sustain coming here every night at 7 p.m. for an hour and a half or so, and just trying to have this interactive. Well, it's interactive insofar as we can do it, but we're hoping that people will enjoy singing along, and it's really important, singing along, trying to play along. So your participation is what this is about. It's not really about anything else. And just, I suppose, we know from certain people who are having fun doing it how enjoyable it is, and that's why we're doing it. So we just hope it works out. So anyway, we'll try this, see how this works out. Playing it open. Oh, then fare thee well, sweet Donegal, the Ross and Widow. I'm crossing the Meitheal
I'd roll my Mary in my arms in the town of sweet Dungloe.
Oh, very nice. So there's a song when I was just going through. Again, look at the great thing about these books, as you go through the songs, you see all sorts of
Yes.
songs. You go, must do that
What about the
sometime,
songs?
because there's a lot of songs. So I was just looking for one here. It's 297. And the great thing is that there's no end of songs that you can.
Natalie says, thank you, a lovely song. Thank you for telling us the history of it.
Oh, fuck this moment. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Hold on, let's go back to the start of this. I keep getting a bit confused. So anyway, just to follow the book is all done in A to Z's. So you can, and once you get to a song on the PDF, you can just click on it and it just hits the links to the song. This is a Chris Christopherson song. I know there's a lot of people there who like Chris Christopherson song, and this is a song that I only came upon later in my life, and I think he may have written this song later in his life as well. Sometimes when you're crying, you're happy. Sometimes you're just crying. I know, I know, I know. Oh, come, whatever happens now. Ain't it nice to know the dreams still come true? I'm so glad that I was close to you for a moment of forever. Sometimes when you're crying, you're happy. Sometimes you're just crying. I know, I know, I know.
Lovely.
But what I love about that, well, there's a number of things. I just think that sometimes when you're crying, you're happy. Just think about that in how often in your life do you cry at all? Some of you might be crybabies. I don't mean that. I don't mean the crybabies. That doesn't count. But I mean, you know, sometimes I'm not sure that there's maybe bittersweet moments, but that there's some richness in the tears that come out. So I just think that's beautiful. But again, we saw Chris Christopherson out, it'd be 2 years ago this August in Castlebar, when I think he was either 78 or 82.
He was
82
82 actually, I believe
but,
he was. Yeah.
You know, everything, you know, just that magic. Well, in that, you know, when that low set, you know, that low part at the end of the verse, he just opens his mouth and the word just slides out of him. Just Ah, look, it's just magnificent.
So
So Mary,
we've got-
pick something.
No, we've got whatever we got here. Who's to bless and who's to blame?
All right, okay. Well,
Can
let's
we do
number
that?
those songs now, Mary, that we're not going to be
We're
singing
not. I
as
know
well.
we're not going to do some of them.
Like,
Yeah, but
the
I
thing
will.
is, we can't just, if we, a lot of songs that are not pitched right for us and where we're at the moment, and, you know.
We can do Beautiful Affair if you like.
We have to try and, now we're doing Crystal, we'll do this one because it's in this book, and then we'll go to the other one book.
Who's
Is
to
that
bless
okay?
and who's? That's fine, yeah.
And it
And
might be this one, I choose it.
Liam Maloney, if you're listening, this is for you because Liam loves Chris Christopherson. Yeah.
I think this album, this song, I think it comes from an album called Spooky Lady Sideshow by Chris Christopherson. It's just, there's a lovely sort of painting. It's a photograph turned into a paint. Don't know what Sam and other artists out there might have some idea what you call that, but I think it's just lovely, gives lovely imagery. But I think the song's lovely. If a cheated, hold on, it might lift it up. Sorry, hold on. So we'll try it with two up and see how it goes, okay?
Yeah.
Again, sometimes you might know these songs. They might be very familiar if they're not. Just to say, the book is full of all sorts of songs which we think are nice songs, and ones we've learned from other people, others we've taught to people. Nice compilation. So go through the song. If you like, pick songs you'd like, please let us know. We'd like to try and include them as we've tried to do every night.
Please, yeah.
If a cheated man's a loser, and a cheater never wins, and if beggars can't be choosers, till a weak and wealthy man, and the old keep getting older, and the young must do the same, and it's never getting better. Who's to bless and who's to blame? All your cards are on the table. You don't lay your money down. Don't complain about your chances, boy. It's the only game in town. And the meaning doesn't matter, nor the way you play the game. To the winner or the loser, who's to bless and who's to blame? Keep your cards above the hands above the table, and your back against the wall. Toss your chips in with your chances, boy. Let them lay where they fall. 'Cause tomorrow doesn't matter. Broken rules are all the same. To the broken or the breaker, who's to bless and who's to blame? Now, what are we for now,
I
Mary?
don't know. Do we want to do Beautiful Affair or do we do Carrickfergus?
Oh, you went from Beautiful at first. That's on the other.
Book 2. Page 28.
So, let's see, book 2.
What are we doing?
I'm not sure where it is.
Just remember either.
See all the Sorry, I'm just trying to find out where we, what capo position we put. When you feel like being alone in the mountains, come before so
Okay.
start off. See all the doors swing open, your life's unfolding before your very eyes. So the capo's on 2. See all the doors swing open, your life's unfolding before your very eyes. Such a strange affair. Walking around, be part of the sound, forget all your downs, feel the air. Beautiful affair. Sorry, Jesus. Sorry, we sang that all wrong, guys.
I know.
See all the doors swing open.
Yeah.
When you feel like, sorry. When you feel so. We'll come back to the first part of it again. We get it. I'm knackered. I'm after cutting grass all day. And
with three broken down lawnmowers.
Yeah,
and I've been working.
I just want to
as
go to sleep. Anyway, we're going to try this up in Capo Treat. We'll start off with the verse. It's still a lovely song, no matter what we do with it. When you feel like laying low in the mountain sea, or closer than before, then you wonder why. Know in your mind it does no good to hide, and the only way is living to survive. It makes you feel alive. Then all the doors swing open, your life's unfolding before your very eyes. Such a strange affair. Walking around, come into the sound, forget all your down. Feel the air, beautiful affair. There comes a time when you look around and you see the ocean rise before your eyes, showing no surprise. So you make your way down to the shore and you climb aboard, give yourself a smile, make you feel alive. Oh, then all the doors swing open, your life's unfolding before your very eyes. Such a strange affair. Walking around, come into the sound, forget your down, feel the air. Beautiful affair. There comes a time when you look around, see the ocean rise before your eyes. No surprise. So you make your way down to the shore and you climb aboard, give yourself a smile, makes you feel alive. Oh, then all the doors swing open, your life's unfolding before your very eyes. Such a strange affair. Walking around, come into the sound, forget your down, feel the air, beautiful affair. Ooh. No matter about not getting that bit right at the start, the thing about I love that song. It always seems to me very light. It gives a lightness of feeling. And who Stockton? It wasn't Stockton's Wing. No, God, I'm reading. It's not Stockton's Wing. Maybe somebody can tell us who sang that song.
Let's see who sang that song. Tell us who sang the song there. Let's see who would know. Have you ever seen the rain? Yeah, okay.
Are we good? We try that?
Yeah, okay. So Brídne Cleary, you're welcome here. I don't know if you've been here before or not, but you're welcome.
So we'll try this on capo position 2. A few more songs to go. And look, at the most important thing is to have a go with singing these songs. If you like the songs at all, have a go with them. If you have an instrument there, take it out. And if you don't have it tonight, go and dig it out. You're gonna have lots and lots of my mama told me there was going to be days like this, but she never told me it was going to go on and 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 on. So when you're going on and on and on, let's have a few tunes. So take out an instrument, have a go and play it, right? Yeah. Up in capo position 2. Someone told me long ago, there's a kind wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yesterday and days before, the sun is cold and rain is hard. I know, been that way for all my time, till forever on it goes. This air go fast and slow. I know it can't stop. I wonder, yeah. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day?
Okie doke.
What about the other rain song?
All right, 75 and 200.
So 200. So we're often, when we got those songs in the book, we're always wondering, we kept mixing these songs up. They're both by Creedence Clearwater Revival. And, oh, that's a nice song, The Well Below the Valley,
Oh, yes.
When I Need You. Look, let's see all you. What are we looking for?
You're looking for the other rain one. It's on page 200. Who'll stop the rain?
Oh, so he's there. Okay. Up on 3, right?
3.
Capo 3. Long as I remember, the rain been coming down. Clouds of mystery pouring, confusion on the ground. Good man through the ages, trying to catch the sun. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? Went down to Virginia, seeking shelter from the storm. Wound up in the fable, I watched the tower grow. 5-year plans and New Deal, wrapped in golden chains. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? Heard the singers playing, how we cheered for more. The crowd then rushed together, trying to keep warm. Still the rain kept falling, pounding on my ears. Then I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain?
Okay.
Right, I think we've, I'll just do one more before we have our far parting song. What do you think? What do you?
Which one do you want to do
I
then?
don't mind. I'm happy enough.
Oh, Marion McFadden is here. Hello, Marion McFadden. Were you here for Galway Bay? Because we played that for you and for Anya O'Rourke.
Oh, God.
Ah, la la la.
There's one. I'll never find another you.
La,
What did we try that?
I thought you were going to the well below the valley or something. You
Oh,
said.
where's that?
You
The
said
well-
you were going to do
What,
the well below the valley here. Isn't that what it's called?
Again, I said, when you look through these songs in the index, there's so many songs. You must do this and must do this. And then you see this, now I see another one, and you're attracted to that. So this one here, The Well Below the Valley, oh, it's an interesting song. What is it? Is it well or...
Ah.
Hold on.
Oh, I know.
Hold on. Is it well below? See, some of them are, just to say it, some of them are prefixed by a de, and some of them are not.
We will, Natalie wants to know if we will play Go Lassie Go. Okay.
Play it open. The gentleman was passing by. He asked for a drink. The sea was dry at the well below the valley. Oh, bring her out a lily. Oh, would you ride among I'd fill him a drink if he was dry at the well below the valley, oh. Green girl, the lily, oh, right among the bushes, oh. She swore me grass and she swore me corn, that her true love had never been born at the well below the valley, oh. Green girl, the lily, oh, you're right among the bushes, oh. He said to young girl, you're swearing wrong, for 6 fine children you had born at the well below the valley, oh. Green girl, the lily, oh, right among the bushes, oh. If you be a man of noble fame, you'll tell to me the father of them at the well below the valley, oh. Green girl, the lily, oh, right among the bushes, oh. There's 2 of them by your brother John at the well below the valley, oh. 1 of them by your uncle Dan at the well below the valley, oh. There's 2 of them by your father dear at the well below the valley, oh. Green girl, the lily, oh, right among the bushes, oh. If you be a man of noble fame, you'll tell to me it'll happen to them at the well below the valley, oh. Green girl, the lily, oh, right among the bushes, oh. There's 2 of them buried beneath the tree at the well below the valley, oh. Another 2 buried beneath the stone at the well below the valley, oh. 2 of them made the angel feel at the well below the valley, oh. Green girl, the lily, oh, right among the bushes, oh. If you be a man of noble fame, you'll tell to me what'll happen myself at the well below the valley, oh. Green girl, the lily, oh, right among the bushes, oh. You'll be 7 years a ringing the bell at the well below the valley, oh. 7 years of burning in hell at the well below the valley, oh. I'll be 7 years a ringing the bell, but the Lord above me saved me soul from burning in hell at the well below the valley, oh. Ring girl, the lily, oh, right among the bushes, oh.
What a song.
Yeah, it's a long time. There's bits of that I'm not sure about when I'm singing that. A long time since Christy Moores would have heard singing that song. But again, you know, the thing is, what did and that leaves us for?
Will You Go Elastico?
So
we
we'll
love
sing
that.
that, yeah,
we love that for you.
So it's a nice song to sing together. But look at the great
Happy
thing.
birthday to the Queen. It's the Queen's birthday today. There's 2 rain songs made by night.
What do you call the song? Sorry, Maria.
Will You Go Elastico?
Will you? Sorry, so it's W. Good. Will you? Sorry.
Ray Byrne. Those 2 rain songs made my night.
Brilliant. But again, look at the important thing about the songs is, look at if we don't ever try these songs, we never learn to play them any better or whatever. I suppose we like all the songs all the songs are in there because we like them, and that's not to say will.
Will You Go Elastico?
And some. Look, and the great thing about songs, you should be willing to try songs and see if they work out for you or not. Otherwise, you know. So
this is for Natalie. She loves this song. Oh, actually, I like this song very much.
I wonder should we play this up a little? I'm not
I
sure.
think so. Maybe we'll try anyway.
Oh, the summer.
Yeah, let's go.
So we'll play that in capo position 2. We're gonna after this we'll just end up with our regular song or parting glass.
We have
so
to see the
please
news
do enjoy this
we
one.
don't know who did what to whom.
Oh, the summer time is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain fire goes around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie? around the blue and heather.
Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love bower
Near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain.
Will you go, lassie, go?
And we'll all go together to the wild mountain thyme, all around the blue and heather.
Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she were gone,
I would surely find another where a wild mountain thyme grows around the blue and heather.
will you go, lassie, go?
And we'll all go together to the wild mountain thyme, all around the blue and heather.
Will you go, lassie, go? One verse of happy birthday for the Queen. It's her birthday today.
Good luck. Nothing personal, but nothing personal, but the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
What age is he today, Mary? Do you
90.
even know
I
what
think
age
she's
she is?
92 or something.
I think she's 94. I was reading up
Yeah,
about her today.
We watched something about her. Yeah, well, that's near
But,
enough. Near enough.
no, but the reason I was thinking about the Queen, I'm too tired about singing. Well, we'd sing the Mountains of Mourne the next night because when
Ah,
a
great deal.
couple of years ago I was over in Middlesbrough with my father's brother, my uncle. If I wouldn't have known much, but I remember he sang this song, and that's the lines when we're talking about the Queen. The lines of it are, I've seen England's king from the top of a bus. I never knew him, though he means to know us. And though by the Saxon we once were oppressed, still I cheered, God forgive me, I cheered with the rest. And now that he's visited Erin's green shore, we'll be much better friends than we've been heretofore. When we've got all we want, we're as quiet as can be, where the mountains of Mourns
It's
we've
lovely,
down
yeah,
to the sea.
beautiful, beautiful.
So when you asked me to sing for the Queen, happy birthday, Queen.
Happy
Too
birthday.
tired to sing, but they're the sort of thoughts I had when my Uncle John sang that song to us. I thought it was really good. I love that bit about Paddy. When we've got all we want, we're as quiet as we can be. That's our problem as Paddies. Anyway, we're going to leave you with our the song we always sing on our way, and I hope you enjoyed this evening.
Thank you all for being with us
I'd
and
say
singing with
some
us.
days I'm sure you can actually be tired like I am today. Not used to doing hard work. Where's the song? The town I no, it's not the town I love. Oh, sorry, it's in it. I've got to be all myself all mixed up. I have it in this other app pages where
Numbers of people there. Anya, Natalie,
Pages.
Nancy,
No,
in Nashville.
no. Sorry, guys. I've really got myself confused. here.
Marion,
Pages.
Louis Brown.
That's it. The parting glass, guys. So
Oh,
I hope you had it. I hope you had a nice evening. I said there'll be many more of these before we have to sign off and
On
get back to
4,
our
Capo 4.
Capo 4. So again, lovely song. I think to
No, get
celebrate just being
Get away.
together. Okay.
Don't do that.
We've got a job here. We've got a jumping jack dog who wants to get out for a run, right? Okay, folks. Capo 4. Of all the money that e'er I spent, I've spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I did, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of a wit to memory now I can't recall. fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in the town that sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I own she has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that e'er I had did wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls into my lot that I should ride and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all.
Good night and joy be with you all.
Okay, folks, I hope you had a good time.
Stay safe.
Again, share this with share the idea with anybody you think might be interested in having a few songs, having a go, trying to learn a few
Diego wants to
songs.
say hello and goodbye. Come up here. Come on, up here.
Do
Come on.
comment, add your comments in terms of letting us know what you might like to sing or whatever, or any ideas around this. I mean, the ideas have been developing. We've been at this every evening since March 17th, and even this guy here says he wants to pick a song. How much is the doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. Hello, Diego. He's got to go for his quick run outside, so he has. So look, a good night, folks, and thanks for joining us. And be well, stay safe wherever you are.
Good night. God bless.